into the G, who you think it's gonna be. Today we're gonna start off with Tommy G, man. Like I said, he came out with a new one interviewing pimps and prostitutes. I'm not really sure where they're at, the location. Like I said, I don't watch any of these videos before I bring them to you guys for the reactions. I watch them on I give my reactions right off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? So let's not even waste any time, man. Let's get right in it, man. Shoot.
Ever been petitioned by a cop? In your cop car?
Uh-oh.
Hell yeah, in uniform.
Petitioned by a cop.
Oh, let's go back. Start this right.
Petitioned by a cop. In your cop car?
Petitioned by a cop.
In uniform.
Ladies and gentlemen, today we're in Phoenix, Arizona, on the Blade, speaking with Pimps.
Oh, Arizona?
Getting the inside look at their life and how it is on the street.
Okay. Okay, so Tommy G is over there in Arizona talking about the pimp game and the hoe game out there, man. So let's go buckle up. Hey.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
Oh yeah, like I said, we have to watch this too because honestly, I've never really delved into the pimp and prostitution world with y'all, but like if you thought these rappers had that braggadocio flow, like that braggadocio swagger, like they say, art imitates life. Like a lot of the rappers or whatever come from these environments, so that's just why, like, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna waste no time, but like when he said that right there, I know a lot of people that are allegedly, you know what I'm saying, in the game, and this is how they talk. And they mean it. They serious about it too. They serious.
That's a crazy statement.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me change the view so y'all can see it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I want to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, y'all get the whole situation together. See if we can try it like that. Bam. Let's do it like that. So you know what I mean? Let's go. You know what I'm talking about?
Once again, we dive into the world of prostitution. This time
Once again.
in Phoenix, Arizona. This story takes place on the Blade. The term used
Not the
for this
Blade.
where women can be seen walking at night looking for customers. The business of sex is a complicated one. Usually what you find is vulnerable women being controlled and manipulated by a devious pimp, who oftentimes himself grew up in a rough environment where he saw prostitution from a young age. For a young man growing up...
I ain't gonna hold you. See, this is another reason why I do like doing the Tommy G reactions, because let's be real though, he gives you the background of everything, and that was pretty much a spot on introduction to pimping and prostitution. Like that's pretty much how. That's why, I mean, we from the Bay, like, you know what I mean, this is regular, but you know what I'm saying, like the Chicagos and the where they come with the buffs, where the Cartiers at, they pimping heavy over there, like, you know what I mean, like it's everywhere really.
In poverty, the allure of being a pimp is both financial and status related. Monetarily, it's a great way to make fast money, and the profession of pimping has been glorified in rap music, presenting an image of a smoothly dressed man with cars.
I thought he was going to show the old school Jay-Z big pimping video. I was like, don't do that.
Cars, women, and the latest fashion. Phoenix has long been a hotspot for prostitution and sex trafficking.
I didn't know
things that overlap. Recently,
hey, somebody gotta let me know in the comments, man. Did y'all know Phoenix, Arizona was one of the major hubs for prostitution? I had no idea.
There have been major busts, including one operation that arrested over 300 people in early 2023. While most of the mainstream media believes talking to some local vaguely related to this story in the corporate setting of an office is the way to deliver news, I believe the best way to get to the bottom of the story is to go boots on the ground and get it straight from the source. Today, we do just that. Our story begins by interviewing a pimp, and as the story goes on, we find ourselves in a motel room with a prostitute getting ready for work and her pimp in the room as well. It's time to hit the blade.
Quick announcement, time is running out to get your ticket.
Okay, look, we don't do the ads. I ain't gonna hold you. We don't do the ads. Let's get to the blade. Okay. What we on?
So it's 5 p.m. on a Tuesday night. This is the first impression of the Blade. We're going to show you what we see. Just think that this is somebody's reality. That 6-7 days a week, how they feed themselves, feed their kids.
Man, look, man, you need Tommy G, man. I'm just going to say this right now, man. If you happen to watch these reactions that I do about your shows and everything, I want you to know if you really want to go see the Blade and prostitution, you need to come to Oakland and go to E14 at International. You know what I'm talking about? I ain't going to say nothing else about that. You know what I mean?
It's, like, can you imagine a mom being out here? Your mom's going to go out and work tonight. She'll be back in the morning. That's a crazy reality. They say this is the world's oldest profession, and I wonder if America's making the right calls in how we're handling prostitution. Would it not be safer to have brothels? Would it not be safer for the women, for the STD?
Look, I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Oh, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed by the best, praying for the rest. But I wanted to say that the only reason America has not made it legal yet is because they haven't found a way to monetize it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the only reason I got. Like, remember, weed was illegal until they figured out how to monetize it. Remember, alcohol was illegal until they figured out how to monetize it. You know what I'm saying? Now, but like I said, prostitution is going to be illegal. Once they figure out how to monetize it, like, you know what I'm saying, over here, legal. Watch.
You cut out the pimps, which to me are the guys you got to cut out of this game. Tell the people where we are right now.
Sure, right now we on 27th Avenue Indian School. That's the blade, but really that's the start of the blade. But you feel me? We just gonna say that's the blade.
And what's the blade?
You gonna come down here, you gonna see some fat hoes, small hoes, anything, pigeon toes, but you feel me? Everything down here getting money though.
To me, it's mind-blowing.
You said you gonna come out here and see small hoe, big hoe, pigeon toe, whatever. It's like, that's wild right there. You can.
A man can convince a
Pimp terminology,
to work
bro.
for him, to be on the street, to put their body at risk, and then collect the money for that. How do you manage to do that?
Well, we're not convincing them to do anything. They seeing that we provide them a higher lifestyle for them. You feel me? Some females, they gonna be able to go to college. Some females, they ain't gonna never be shit. They need to run into a nigga like me or a nigga like us. Anybody on our lifestyle that's gonna actually elevate them and be able to give them what they need. Be able to, feel me, put them in their car, put them in the house. A lot of people, they gonna be in their mama house the rest of their life. They gonna never be nowhere. Fuck kids, but you feel? Turn around. You see that? Can't make this up.
Okay, now I want to see if actually they happen to show any of his what's the terminology, correct terminology, anybody from his stable. I want to see if he actually has, like, you know what I'm saying, like a blue-faced bad girls club house. Like, if you got like a whole and they all get money like you just said, like, then hey, maybe it ain't, maybe hey, you know what I'm saying? But if what's her name right there is sitting over there at her mama house too, like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, it sounds good when you talk, when you say it, but like, is the actions, like, you know what I mean, mirroring the words? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments if we gonna see it. Let's go.
I almost want to roll the window down.
What advantage do the women have in teaming up with someone like you?
They by themselves, they liable to get broke. When you get broke, you a renegade, you out here by yourself, you ain't got nobody to protect you or help you. Anybody can do anything to you. They know you got a purse full of money, they know you ain't giving it to nobody, so it's on you. You need somebody to be able to watch your back, make sure you're safe, make sure you're okay, make sure you can eat, make sure.
Okay, so pretty much it's sounding kind of reminiscent of protection money. Like, you know how like the racketeering, the old school mob would do it. We're like, all right, well, you're gonna be out here selling your body. Well, I'm gonna need a cut because you don't want to get robbed. That's how it sounded. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So you get home safe.
You kind of view yourself as the bank and the security guard of your women.
I'm everything.
When they're on the street, how much of what they bring in goes to you?
Everything.
Everything.
I mean, everything. Like when she go to sleep and pray, she praying to me.
Wow.
That's a crazy statement.
Straight up, it is what it is, man.
Do you think that's a fair arrangement that all their money goes to you?
100%. Because it's going back to them in the long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket. That's everything.
What kind of things did you buy?
Okay. So check it out, right?
They might need a house. Their kids might need some.
See, I like this part right here, right? Because like I said, this is what the pimps do. They sell the illusion of grandeur. They try to promise you like mansions and Bentleys, but you're probably eating Burger King and McDonald's. Like, you know what I'm saying? But maybe he's actually one of the ones that keeping it real. Let's find out. Maybe, you know what I mean?
That's a fair arrangement that all their money goes to you?
Yes.
100%. Because it's going back to them in the long term. Anything they need paid for, it's coming right out of my pocket. That's everything.
See, I'm going to give you a pimp's perspective because, like I said, I have a lot of friends. Not a lot. I know some that are in the lifestyle. And they always say that their reasoning is more the lines of a woman doesn't know how to use her money smartly. So you might as well give it to me because I'm going to hold it for you. You're going to go buy dumb stuff. I'll buy your hair. I'll buy your nails. I'll buy your shoes. I'll buy your car. I'll buy your house. I'll buy your rent. I'll buy your entertainment. I'll do all that. Like, you ain't got to worry about nothing. Just give me the money and I'll make sure that you got that. I don't know. Somebody got to let me know in the comments. Like, because I don't know. That don't make no sense to me. I don't know. Like, you're telling me that if I go work, let's say, it doesn't matter. Let's say I work a job 40 hours a week. I go work 40 hours and then I come home and then I give somebody else all the money so they can pay my bills. Couldn't I pay my bills because I had the money in my hand? Like, oh, I don't know. But hey, I don't know. Different strokes, different folks.
What kind of things you buy them?
They might need a whip. They might need their rent paid. They might need a house. Their kids might need some clothes. Their kids might need some food. Their kids might need their daycare paid for. You never know what they might need, but whatever they need, that's why they give everything they got to me, and I'm gonna make sure everything okay.
Tell people what a bottom is.
That's the to rely on. Like all the go, they leave, anything. You can't trust no to stay, but your bottom you can trust that one. That one ain't gonna never leave.
Did you say off?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When you off on a nigga, that mean like with another nigga, anything. It's really.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Even the terminology they use is lightweight offensive to a lot of different communities as well. Like I forgot about that. I almost said it right now. I was like, oh yeah, I forgot the terminology. Like is wild. Like you know what I'm saying. But yeah, let's get back to it though, man. I gotta see what he on.
Nigga, that mean like you could be with another nigga, anything. It's really just anything to not to somebody liking. You feel me? Where it's like, all right, you stop with me, but you ain't just stop with me. Keep it solid, and letting a nigga know what it is. You feel me? You off on me. You did something unrespectable.
And look, just how here she comes back again. How can someone get away with that? That looks like so obvious what's going on.
She ain't doing nothing wrong. She just walking on the phone. You feel
yeah.
me? I ain't see no crime.
Is this something that Phoenix police are trying to bust, or they have to worry about police?
You for sure gotta worry about police. We go 2 minutes up the street, you gonna see hella police, but like ain't nobody doing shit. They don't see nothing going on. You feel me? Unless somebody's stupid enough to be seen.
Now, somebody in the comments are letting me know. I need to level up and get a Discord. If anybody in the comments know how to even get that thing yanking. You know what I'm saying? Let me know because I will be on Discord pretty soon. I just, you know what I'm saying, just jumped on this. Let's get it, though. Let's keep going.
How do you view women?
I love women. For real, I love everything about women. You feel me? I don't even like being around niggas. I only like being around women. You feel me? Nigga ain't gonna keep me paid. Gonna keep me paid. You feel me?
How would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now.
Really?
On my mama.
Oh, wow. Oh. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. How do you reason or justify telling somebody, hey man, you got to stop pimping, man. This is not it. It's lightweight sex trafficking. It's not good for you. Like they're giving you lots of time, man. You don't want your family members out here. He like, man, shoot, my mama died. My sister on the blade over there right now, getting a couple dollars from another. Like, you know what I mean? You're like, whoa. Like, what do you tell him? You can't tell him nothing. Like, you can't tell him nothing. Like, you say, my sister on the blade right now. I'm like, oh shit, you got it. You got it. There's nothing to say. You got it. Damn,
bro. When I was like 18.
Did he really just say that? My sister on the blade right now. Like,
how would you feel if your sister was out on the blade?
My sister is on the blade right now.
Really?
On my mama.
How'd you find your way into this?
Shit, bro. When I was like 18 years old, I was with this little bitch, or really an older bitch, but all the time she was a hoe. I didn't even know she was a hoe. She just always had dough. You feel me? She'd pay for little shit that I had going on, and it came to a point to where she started kind of like, you know, I'm gonna teach you the game. She wanted to see me get paid.
So an older woman taught you the game.
For surely.
What's the relationship you have with your mom?
I talk to my moms every day.
Does she know what you're up to?
Yeah, she know what I do.
What does she think about it?
She don't like it, but she gotta respect me. I gotta take care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of myself. She see how I'm taking care of others. You think?
Where do you see yourself on the balance of good and evil?
Straight good,
I ain't gonna lie though, like
everything on.
This interview is just doing a little too much. I feel like they're glorifying a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see the actual crime. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or what I really want to see is like how he living. Like, don't jump in the car and just have some like little prop money, or maybe it's real money. Don't have no little money just sitting right there and then talking about, oh yeah, man, I'm taking care of everybody. Like, why are you in this man's car? Like, why are we not at your like house? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mansion. Like, you taking care of others, you doing all this. Like, so far it just seems like lip service. I need to see. I'm from the show me state. I'm from Cali. You got to show me something. Like, cause I don't believe this. This don't even make no sense.
I'm doing this out the kindness of my heart. I'm trying to make sure everybody that part of me.
Out the kindness of your heart.
You're pimping out of the kindness of your heart.
For surely.
Does that sound like an absurd statement to make?
Absolutely not.
What happens if one of your girls comes back and doesn't bring $1 home?
She wouldn't even come back. I ain't gonna lie. She know better than to come back if she ain't got no bread. But it's like, for what? What you here for? Like, you know?
What's the most a woman has brought back in a night?
Usually a quota is about a band, but you feel me? I done had to bring in like 35 club bands in the night before.
Is there a particular day of the week that's the hottest?
Saturday.
Okay.
Sunday morning.
Is it a dangerous job?
For me, I'm not.
Hold on, did that man say one of the hottest days for him to get money is Sunday morning when people should be watching football or at church? What's going on in America, man? Come on, man. Sunday, man. Come on, man. Everybody tired from Saturday night. You telling me you out there trying to get some trim? Trying to pay for some? Hey, look, I don't like to judge nobody, man. I'm trying to I don't like to judge, man. But look, on Sunday morning, usually I like to get like, you know what I mean? As a kid, I used to probably like, you know, get that big bowl of cereal, or even as a man now, I got to wake up, orange juice, big breakfast, like type ish. Like, I'm not thinking about, oh, you know what? Samantha's on the blade right now. Let me go ahead and hit her up at 7 real quick and go get this. Like, no, we as a society need to level up. Like,
I know how to play the game right. You feel me? I ain't never in my life been in no danger playing this, but I done heard some stories, but that's about it.
Is it dangerous for the women?
Yeah, I say it's dangerous for them at all times. That if they're not protecting themselves, they're not making sure that they safe at all times, they're not doing their perfect screening. When I mean perfect screening, I mean perfect screening. Because any little flaw could really have you jammed up.
What makes a
That's
good
facts.
John?
He gonna have.
He's answering the right questions so far. He's answering the right questions. I mean, it's sounding right.
Perfect screening. Because any little flaw could really have you jammed
That's
up.
true.
What makes a good John?
He gonna have to pay, and he gonna have to keep paying and keep paying and keep paying.
One thing we've heard in Chicago and
He said, "What makes a good John? He gonna pay, and then he gonna keep paying, and then guess what he gonna do? He gonna go to the ATM and come back and keep paying, and then tomorrow, guess what he gonna do? He gonna come back and keep paying. That's a good John. I don't know. I know some other good Johns too. I know John Cena. Like, he hella cool. I ain't seen him pay for a prostitution yet. I think he married. Hold on. I seen John Wick. Hey, hello. You know what I'm saying? He good with that. You heard him. He good with that fa. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think he paying for it like that. Oh no, we got some different Johns out here. Look, hey, comment and let me know if you know some good Johns out here that ain't over here doing with all this.
Los Angeles, from both the pimps and the prostitutes out there, is they don't have black customers.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, we don't do no AAs.
What is AA?
That's African American.
No African American customers?
No African American.
And why is that?
Hold on. I have a theory about why they don't accept any AAs, Alcoholics Anonymous. I want to say that because 9 times out of 10, they're more worried about that individual, the Alcoholic Anonymous. They're more worried about that individual being able to go ahead and say something to that girl that you probably ain't saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she gonna get gone. Like, but I want to hear his answer. Because that's literally what it is. Like, there is no other reason. Like, but I want to hear his answer.
It's never really nothing good coming with African Americans. They're usually too aggressive. They want too much. They not paying enough. It's almost like a safety hazard.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say cap. Like, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, some of those things could be true because black people are like that everywhere. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. We like that everywhere.
Just making sure you're checking your surroundings. Okay, we're gonna keep going on the blade. Maybe we'll see you a little later tonight. But thank you for sharing your story, and I wish you the best. Okay, so we're gonna hit the blade. We're gonna pick up some chicks.
Without having any good street connections that can get me into the rooms with pimps and prostitutes, I decided to try my luck by driving around and trying to pay women for a conversation. This
oh no! Sorry. Did he just say he's like, you know what? The pimps ain't really talking to me like that. Like, so what I'm gonna do is drive around in my blacked out car and try to pay some of the prostitutes for some conversation. Okay, I'm sorry. If you guys don't know why that's funny, if you know, you know. That's one of them right there. If you know, you know.
Uncomfortable, and I struck out more than an 8th grade boy at the dance.
Hello.
Apparently, an Arizona YouTuber went around harassing these ladies before, so they were not too keen for an interview. Understand?
I always feel like such a fucking slimy bastard when we're doing this. It just feels so weird and wrong.
When I visit tough places, I always look for people that are thriving despite the environment. We found a
There you go.
boxing gym, so I figured I'd talk to a coach and hear his mentality and how he's.
So you went from the prostitution ring. I'm sorry, you went from the pimps on the blade to trying to get some sex workers. Let's be politically correct. Some sex workers. You try to get some conversation with them. That wasn't yanking for you. So your next thought was boxing gym. Okay. Fuck it. If you like it, I love it, man. Fuck it. Boxing gym. All right.
Here's you.
Let's see what the nigga who trained Rocky has to say about the prostitution around the area.
Direction.
We're at a boxing gym right now. As you can tell, kids are working out, they're jump roping, they're getting a sweat. And we're with the coach. What's your name, sir? Rafael Valenzuela. Okay. Nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto de la prostitution?
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I love every time I see Tommy jump on this little ish right here, and he always has to go out of his way and exercise that Spanish. He know that little bit of Spanish. I mean, he always loved to exercise it. It's funny too because it always sounds. You always hear the primer impacto telemundo ¿Quién? También? You be like, bro, you could have said that in English, bro. Bro, speak English. You know, bro, speak English, right? You know, bro, speak the dude you're talking to. He didn't even have an accent like that. What's his name? Raphael. What? He didn't have an accent like that. Like, hold on. Why do white people always do that? Why do white people always do that? They talk to you. Oh, sorry, they'll talk to the camera English all day, perfect English, and then look at somebody. What's your name? Rafael Valenzano or Valenza, whatever he said his name was. Rafael or something. He was like, oh yeah, Ken. Like, bro, why do white people do that? I've never seen black people do that. I'm only seen white people do that. Like, let me know. Like, that is rude. Like, that is rude, and you're butchering it. Like, if you were like doing it fluently, it'd make more sense. But you're butchering it. Like, it's crazy.
Gym right now, as you can tell.
Look, here we go.
They're jump roping, they're getting a sweat, and we're with the coach. What's your name, sir? Rafael Valenzuela.
Oh, Valenzuela.
Nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto
Look,
de la prostitution en la área? Ellos no se enfocan en eso.
Bro, you said 90% of that in English. That nigga said impacto. Like, bro, you could have said impacted, bro. Like, hey, that was said. ¿Quién es? Hold on, I gotta hear the Spanish. I gotta hear it one more time. I'm sorry, I gotta hear it.
El impacto.
El impacto.
Sir Rafael Valenzuela.
Come on, dude.
Okay, nice to meet you, coach. ¿Qué es el impacto?
¿Qué es el impacto? From? You could have said para. No, not para. But I guess. Anyway, that was horrible, bro. You could have just kept it with the English with gang. Like. Okay. You don't speak English. Okay. All right, my bad, Tommy. Okay, I was over there, bleeding you real quick. Okay, I guess maybe bro don't speak English. Okay, my bad. I thought he did, bro. Okay. Hell yeah. Hey, that's one thing I do want to actually put a light on as well. Like, kids who come from the lifestyle of, bad homes and things like that, like the local Boys and Girls Club, the local boxing gyms, the local community centers, even if it's not Boys and Girls Club, as long as like the YMCAs, things like that, they have saved a lot of kids. Like, even like when I was younger and I used to, break dance and things like that, we would go to the Boys and Girls Club or maybe some the YMCA, and we would be like, let me just use your basketball court floor to practice. Like, and they'd be like, all right, cool. But that kept us away from drugs and, you know what I mean? So, and prostitution, like, and pimping. Like, I'm just saying, keep these, up and running for sure. Facts. Agreed. I agree with everything Rafael just said right now. That's pretty much what I just said. He pretty much took it and said it in Spanish, but that's pretty much like what I was trying to convey. Yeah, we need those. Keep these things lit, man, like for real.
fuerte allí, pues, ¿qué es la solución para esto?
Pues ahorita yo pienso que con todo esto que está de las drogas que están saliendo, que ya ves que tantas personas que están envueltas en drogas, también es duro para la policía mantener todo esto pues controlado, porque hay un policía o dos y hay como 100 o 200 agentes en la calle haciendo sus cosas, entonces es duro para la policía. Yo pienso que ellos están trabajando en eso, pero sí deben de estar un poquito más enfocados en eso también.
Muchas gracias. Que tú haces para los niños y la comunidad. So, muchas gracias a ti.
Okay. Like I said, man, I was clowning you for the Spanish. Like I said, I didn't know he didn't speak English. Maybe he doesn't. So I'm glad that you actually can speak Spanish, so you can actually further, your interviews and, so you can actually open some more doors for yourself. That's lit. So no, ain't no hate over here. Ain't no hate.
Is harassing prostitutes, and
yeah.
So that's making it not very easy for us to try and talk to women. We're gonna hop out in front and see if we can.
This is how I know you're definitely doing a documentary. He said, it's not good for me to get out the car because people be harassed. It's called sweating them. It's called sweating them, man. It's called sweating them, not letting them, man. You know what I'm saying? In my partner's voice. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to, say his name. But it's called sweating them, not letting them. You know what I'm talking about? Well, let's go.
Just give people stories and perspective of the area. So it looks like somebody's getting
a rim job.
Just got a customer, and they're going to a motel.
Look like somebody getting a happy ending, a happy beginning and an ending.
It feels like we're in another world right now. This guy's kind of geeking out right now.
Yeah.
Feeling like I was about to fold my cards, as a last-ditch effort, I decided to go to a motel lobby and see who I could meet. After standing in line for a few minutes, my luck changed when a lady named Roxy got in line behind me. Here's what happened.
What is it like night to night around here? Does it get hectic?
Sometimes it does. Maybe you have like all the smokers who smoke blues hanging out around here. Sometimes.
Okay, I'm sorry. She said we have people out here smoking blues. Somebody got to let me know. I'm not all the way familiar with every drug terminology, but somebody got to let me know what's smoking a blue.
It gets a little crazy, like people fighting and want to shoot each other.
Over drugs or over like
it's
pimping?
Mainly over. It's not even got nothing to do with the pimping no more. It's all got to do with the pills, like the fentanyl. Like that's not their area to take over.
As far as Phoenix goes, this is the hotbed for pimps and prostitutes, unquestionably, right?
Yeah.
So one question I have is, do you think it should be legal? Should we have brothels where you can legally go?
Good question.
For the women?
To me, it's a job for them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like strippers. It should be legal for them to do it, somewhere to go safe, instead of just walking the blade and then people picking them up and then somebody, hurting them or killing them or something like that.
Oh, that did happen.
A bad story happening to a woman.
Man, I've heard of a lot. I've seen a lot of people.
That's crazy too. His point of reference to identify with her was like, yeah, man, I heard a story one time on the news. Like, you're talking to people that live in these areas. Like, she know a Christine something happened to her. She know a Bridget, something happened to her. She know a Meg, something happened to her. Like, these are people she knows in real life. Like, that's crazy.
Get in a car and end up in the back of the alley, cut up. I've seen a girl that was on the blade on
Told you.
the 27th.
I told you. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I told you. I've never seen this video before, but I already know she has stories from people she know, like facts. Like,
cut up. I've seen a girl that was on the blade on Northern the 27th, and they found her body in the back of the alley, just laying on an empty bed, no clothes on, stabbed up.
How do you view the pimp in this?
That's horrible.
A helpful person? Is he a parasite?
That's man. Man, I gotta, you gotta respect the babies, the kids, the young people, just human life in general, man. Just hearing stuff like that, man, that's somebody's daughter, somebody's sister. You just don't want that to be like, a family member's end game, like that's just sad, man. Prayers up, man. Healing energy. But he did ask a great question, and I wanted to actually have this answered by the comments or the subscribers that are watching this. But yeah, I want to hear what she has to say. Let's go.
How do you view the pimp in this? Is he a helpful person? Is he a parasite? Is he a bad guy?
I don't think these women need pimps. You know what I'm saying? I mean, why would you need a pimp when you're trying to work for the money for yourself? Some of these women are vulnerable, you know?
What percent of the rooms here you think are dedicated to prostitution?
Travelers in. That's across the street. Over there,
Damn, she done gave up the whole info. All right, cool. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard it here first. Travelers in Arizona, man. If you trying to go get your beak wet, you know what I'm saying, for a couple $. That's why.
As many people as they want. Just the other day, I seen these two girls bring a trick over there, and I don't know what they were trying to do, rob him or what, but he busted out their window, and he left, and then they left. That's crazy. Like,
it seems like a dangerous world to be in.
Yeah.
And let's be real though, there's a lot of prostitutes out there that actually set up a lot of johns and tricks like that. There's a lot of women out there who are fake hoeing or fake prostituting or whatever they call it, like, and their main goal is just to lure somebody into a room so they can rob that person. So there's those people out there as well. Gotta be careful. This is a dangerous world in general. Both sides.
For the tricks too, you know, because they never know what's behind them doors, or they never know what's behind them.
That's facts, though. Like she said, the tricks too. They don't know. They're thinking they could be on the up and up. I just want to get my beak wet. Like, you know what I'm saying? They go behind the door and there's two other dudes, another person. Like, he could die. Like, that's a very, it's a very seamy underworld. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why people just don't want to go get a girlfriend and get married. Like, they want to go get or you can just go to the bar. Like, if you just like go to the bar and just go holler at a female and be like, look, man, I'm just trying to just do this thing tonight. And then I don't really care about your name like that. Why can't you just do that? Like, you got to go somewhere and pay for it. Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you'd rather just go somewhere and pay for it rather than actually just having a conversation with a woman. Like, that's weird to me, but all right.
Set up. Somebody could be waiting for them to rob them and stuff. And most of these females are doing it for the fentanyl. That's pretty crazy.
Does the pimp get the woman hooked on fentanyl? Is that part of the name?
No. I think that they get themselves hooked on that. Sometimes if you follow the girl, they'll come right up on you and tell you, hey, well, what are you doing bothering my girl? This and that, and they'll point a gun at you and all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
That's true.
A pimp that you think is a good guy?
I know quite a few pimps. They're all right. Yeah, you see a lot of animals.
She said, I know quite a few pimps, man. They're all right. I mean, they do what they do. I mean,
earlier today, they had the helicopters and like 10, 15 squad cars. I guess they were on high speed chase from here.
The motel managers, do you think they 100% know what goes on?
Of course
they do. Some of them are with it, some of them ain't with it.
I guess in some ways, I get it. Like, what are they going to do? Say, no, I don't want to feed my family? Like, that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes. That's what this whole...
Man, that was actually the most spot on thing he could have said in this whole interview. At the end of the day, everybody on every chink of that chain, everybody's just trying to make a couple $dollars and go home and feed their family or feed themselves. Like, you know, that's some real ish.
But that's the thing. Like, every person in the chain, at the end of the day, they're trying to survive.
Yes. That's what this whole situation is. Like the homeless, the prostitution, the drug addicts. Everybody's trying to survive out here. You know, this world is hard, you know.
Do you have anyone waiting on you right now?
Yeah, I have them waiting on me.
Oh, that truck?
No.
Do your thing first and we can talk.
Yeah, they're pushing a shopping cart, so they have all my bags in the shopping cart.
So guys, motels like this,
they're
hotspots, and there's cities, major cities all around the country that someone's day-to-day life, the way they put food on the table is to sell their body. But you let me know in the comments, should it be legal? Would it be safer, better, cleaner if it was legal? Or
I'm gonna be the first one to say yes.
Hey, no, that's a line we shouldn't cross as a society. You guys let me know what you think. And one thing that's a little...
Like I said, once America figures out a way on how to legalize everything, I'm pretty sure we're going to see legalization of prostitution in our lifetime. Very sure of that. Let me know in the comments if you guys feel like that's a good thing for America or a bad thing. But let's keep it going.
Spooky about doing this is you never know how close a pimp is keeping an eye on you. Some car with tinted windows. I mean, we just saw pimps with crazy guns in the car. I think if you're not bothering someone, they're not going to bother you. We're going to wait for this girl and see what she brings us to.
They find like people already broken in the room. Yeah. Like, see how the bed all like move inside? Yeah. Like, you move the furniture out, it's like dirty under there. Sometimes they don't even clean these rooms right. I stayed in that one over there today, and that one over there, I killed like 2 big roaches in that room. You moved the bed, it was dirty. Covered, didn't look clean.
That's crazy. So you're telling me that not only, I'm not saying her specifically, but some people are homeless and they have to sell their bodies to find just even have a roof over their head for the evening. So you're telling me that even after they went through something horrendous like that, of having to sell their body, you're telling me with the money they got from selling their body, they have to go stay in a place that's very subpar, roaches and things like that. That's a shame all the way around. That doesn't sound like a win to me.
They had like real thin pillows. It's just crazy. People been getting shot over here. Right now, it's mainly over the fentanyl. Al Chapo Guzman put a stop to fentanyl for the blues to come here.
Oh, so that's what blues is. Blues is fentanyl. Oh, okay. I didn't even know. I told you. Hey, I don't do drugs. I don't sell drugs. Hey, I didn't know what a blue was.
I just got out of prison for sales of drugs. I used to sell a lot of drugs. That's why a lot of people move me around. After this car accident, everything I stopped. I just had to quit. I gotta get my shit together. I'm waiting for my settlement to come through and then from the insurance company. Yeah, Pimp wants somebody that's gonna work. The rooms he pays for, food he's paid for, the clothes he's paid for. She has to work that off.
When they have the tricks, what percentage?
Oh, that's a whole perspective I never thought about. So you're telling me when a pimp meets a new employee, we'll just call them employee. So you're saying he buys them clothes, food, everything, and then they have to work that off. So it's like kind of a rapper signing to a record label and they give you the kit, they give you the new fit, they set you up some venues, some studio time, and they're like, hey, but guess what? You owe us $250, $300. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
They wear condoms.
I don't even think they do. It's just a dangerous game. It's just one bad thing, you know?
How much does this really cost tonight?
I didn't even think about that. They're not wearing condoms? I never. Yeah, that right there lets you know it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
It cost me $84, but it was supposed to be $63.
For a sketchy motel, 84 seems pretty high.
It is high. Let me talk to them and then find out.
That's about right. $84. I don't know. I live in Cali. Everything's more expensive over here. $84 for a hotel seems kind of player, like, but not for that hotel. Like, maybe a Motel 6 or something. I don't know. Somebody let me know. What are the prices of motels and hotels like in your area? I haven't stayed in a motel in a long time. Coming up on a decade. But I wouldn't say a hotel. I've stayed at some hotels, but they don't have. The ticket is different. Let me know if anybody stayed in a motel recently and what the ticket is over there where y'all at.
Can I give you my number?
Yeah. That way they won't be all
Yes.
Hey. I'm in room 176.
They snitching already. They said the pimp calls. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, is she hoeing? Oh, I hope she's not working. I hope she's not, because this ain't.
Right next to the laundry room. They're coming.
Oh. All right, we'll see you in a little bit then.
Oh, okay. She said, okay. She just facilitated the meeting with the pimp. Okay, cool. Okay.
Let's think about this. Picking up weed. Back in the day, you had to meet someone in a sketchy cul-de-sac or the alley. Dealer would drive up. You're nervous.
I guarantee you right now, he's finna make my whole point when I said prostitution should be legalized because weed is legalized. Watch. He gonna say it.
The cops are gonna pull up, and now they have dispensers. You walk in calmly.
Told you.
You walk out. Everyone's happy and no one gets hurt. I think it's pretty similar with prostitution.
To see what a future could look like if sex work was legalized, let's look at 2 different case studies that are out there. In Nevada, the only place in the United States where it's legal, the results have been encouraging. Sex workers report a great reduction in violence, better relationships with police, and like the legalization of marijuana, the counties that have legalized it are enjoying increased tax revenue and tourism dollars that it brings to their area. In the Netherlands, they decided to legalize prostitution in specific districts that they call tipple zones. Cities that have implemented these zones saw a 30 to 40% decrease in incidents of sexual abuse and rape. A study I found from Yale estimates that major cities spend around $7.5 million every year enforcing prostitution laws, and something I thought of is that money could instead be invested to fighting crimes like shootings and theft, things that are a little bit more major. What do you think?
I like that he asked that question. He presented that. I'm gonna say I agree. Let me know in the comments if you guys agree with that statement as well.
Have you ever seen a motel that is this secure? Like, as far as how to get in. Travelers Inn's pre-locked down. We're gonna go throw the drone up, see what we can find. There's some weird stuff going on around here.
I'm sorry, but he said we're gonna have my dude pull the drone up. I ain't gonna hold you. This is borderline police activity. I ain't gonna lie to you. Don't get nobody on camera doing nothing.
Hey, Roxy.
Hey, they just got in the door. They can give us a few minutes.
Are they down?
Yeah, they're down the top. They give us a few minutes because they just got in the door.
10 minutes. Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. Out in the open. There's someone right there. It's a hoop.
That's called. I mean, I know that's the title they go by, but it's just crazy when you driving by. Hey, this one right there. He's like, that's a hoe. Like that's disrespectful. I mean, I guess not. That's your title. It's like sales associate. You're like, oh, hoe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it just sounds disrespectful. Let me know how you. Look how he said it though. Look how he said it though. Let me know in the comments how you feel about that. But look how he said it though.
Sounds good.
Or listen how he
how
said it.
There's someone right there.
That's a hoe. Damn.
Thanks.
I mean, her name could have been Teresa. I mean, y'all don't know her name, so y'all just gotta call her by her job title. I feel it. You gotta call her by the job title.
How are you? So I'm looking to talk to people. I'm looking to pay people for interviews.
I don't feel like it.
No? We just have to make sure we're not walking into a setup.
Yeah.
True, because that could be a setup. So I think we should bring up.
Isn't that literally what I just said? I'm like, you don't know if the trick is walking behind the door. You don't know if you walking behind the door too. And I could tell the way he's moving, he ain't got it on him. He should.
How you doing? Good. I can hop on. You want to meet me at the gate? Here, I'm gonna come out right now so you can see me. These are my guys.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just like let it be clear. This is an interview. The cameras are rolling. Don't get to robbing or acting up.
Going out nice to meet you. How long do you plan on going out for? You're open 24 hours straight?
That's my goal.
That sounds exhausting.
They got auntie out there. They put a wig on her. They got auntie out there, man. You feel me? That's wild. They got auntie out there.
Not my first time.
It's not even funny. It's sad. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just seen her right there talking about a car accident. She's a cell, whatever. She, you know what I'm saying, waiting on a settlement from the car accident. Now she's living her life like this until she can get a little. If you really look at the backstories, it's very sad, actually. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me know in the comments what you think about it.
I probably won't be my last.
So what goes through your head when you get ready to go out there?
Just trying to stay positive.
How dangerous is it out there for you?
It could get pretty dangerous, to be honest.
Can you run us through a story of an experience that might give people an idea of how hectic it can get out there?
I mean, it could get pretty dangerous. I had this one client.
You know what? That's so good that, you know what I'm saying, you did a great job of making sure we don't know who she is. You know what I'm saying? You put the strap over the eyes. Pause. Yeah, pause. Like, you put the little over the eyes, like, and she put the wig on, so, but that.
I didn't want to always make them pay me first, and then I'll do the service or whatever. He try to take the money back from me and shit. I have brothers and shit that I call and say, yeah.
Do you have some guys that if you need backup, you can?
Yeah, not everybody has that. You know? I didn't have that at first.
Is there anything you can tell about your clients or customers?
A lot of them are still married, and
that's actually true. A lot of the clientele that are going to these people, these workers, let's be respectful, are married. Maybe the worker is doing something the wife at home ain't doing, or maybe he doesn't want to have a conversation. Maybe he just wants to, you know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean, go home. Like, I don't know. But that is true, though. A lot of people do be married, which doesn't make any sense to me, because if you got some live-in, I'm not going to go pay for it. Me personally. Let me know in the comments. If you got some live-in, are you finna go get some DoorDash? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Literally cheating on their wives, and that's crazy to me.
What percent of your clients do you think are married?
Probably over half of them.
Wow. Does that surprise you?
Yeah.
What percent of clients are wearing rubbers and what are? Like,
I don't do anything without a rubber, so.
It seems like it's pretty risky to do it.
Thank you. That was one of the smartest things I've heard this whole broadcast interview. That is one person who does this job and know the appropriate risk. So she's taking the appropriate measures to keep her and her body clean. Still very unhealthy.
Yeah, you're basically just gonna. I know a couple girls that do anything for $1.
Can you tell me more about your story and how you got into this?
I'll be 23 next month.
23. No, she did not say she was 23 next month. She ain't even 23 now. The video dropped 2 days ago. You 22? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. They usually say black don't crack. And you let me know in the comments. I'm not gonna kick nobody when they down. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know when they, you know what I mean? Let me know in the comments, y'all.
I've been doing this since 17.
What happened when you were 17 that you said, hey, this is what I want to do?
Oh, wait a minute. Okay. I was completely mistaken. I thought this was the same woman from earlier, the older auntie. Okay, this is a whole different person. Okay. Thank you for the comments letting me know. I was like, this is a whole different person. I ain't even, okay. Now it's making most sense because auntie wasn't looking no 20. You know what I mean? 22.
I mean, my mom actually, I'm from Indiana actually. My mom moved us back out here to Arizona and we didn't have anything. We didn't have a house, we didn't have a car, we didn't have shit. And then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yeah.
Where did she go?
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Wait. What? Did you tell me your mom moved you and her out there with no car, no house, and then she moved with your grandma and left you? People of color, we got to do better because that's. I mean, you are 20-something, but I don't know. I got mixed feelings about that. Somebody in the comments let me know how you feel about somebody doing that. That's insane. I got to hear that one more again.
Shit, and then my mom left me out here by myself.
Your mom left you out here by yourself?
Yeah.
Where did she go?
She moved to Florida with her mom.
So is this kind of just survival?
Yeah.
Chris, is there anything you think would be important to tell people back home that might not know anything about this world?
Don't be so judgmental towards people. I'm a peacemaker. I love peace. You don't know what the next person's going through, really.
How long do you see?
That's very, I'm in agreement with what she said. Like, I try not to be judgmental about people. You never know what's going on in anybody's head or in their life or anything at that moment when you run across that person. So I always try to give a little grace when I talk to people in general. I recommend you guys try that as well. Back.
Yourself doing this for?
Honestly, I don't know, but hopefully not too much longer.
We've done a similar piece in Chicago and Los Angeles, and one thing we've heard from both pimps and prostitutes in both those areas is they don't do black customers.
Okay, I don't do black customers either.
Too risky?
Yeah.
What percent of women out here do you think have pimps?
I think.
Why are we not messing with the Alcoholics Anonymous? What's going on? What we want? Never mind. I already know what it is. I thought maybe somebody in the comments with it. You know what I mean? Egged it on a little bit. We know black people, we want too much bang for our buck. I guess figuratively and literally. I didn't mean it that way, but pun intended, I guess.
Back then, when I first started working,
Bang
versus
for it.
now, it's a lot of renegades now. Versus when I first started working, it's a lot of pimps and hoes.
And do you think pimps are helpful, or do you think they're hurtful to the business model?
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, they can be very helpful.
Now hold on. She opened the door. Now we gotta ask the question: what's a gorilla pimp? What's a regular pimp? Okay. I don't know if he's gonna ask the question, so I will answer this. I'll field this one for Tommy G. A regular pimp is somebody. Well, actually, there's levels of pimping. There's actually like maybe 3 levels. There's chili bowl pimping. There's tender dick pimping. There's gorilla pimping. There's regular. There's a lot of levels of pimping. Like I said, I have a couple friends who are inside the lifestyle, so I get privy to a lot of knowledge that I don't even care about. But I guess now when this video comes out, I get to tell you about the knowledge I absorbed. So the gorilla pimp is somebody who, well, it's actually the name is, I mean, the description is in the title. Like, if you're a gorilla pimp, like, obviously, like, you know what I'm saying? You're not the nicest. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're making sure that she get that money regardless, and you don't care about her well-being or anything like that. As far as that is concerned, I'm gonna leave it at that. And then let's see if he's smart enough to ask the question of what's a gorilla pimp.
They're hurtful to the business model.
As long as they're not a gorilla pimp, then they can be very helpful.
So you kind of need a pimp to survive in some ways?
Yeah.
He didn't even ask. He didn't even ask. Come on, man. You didn't ask.
Basically, to find customers and bring them back here.
I do car dates.
Is that the most
car dates?
Yeah.
Are there any weird fetishes that you come across?
This is actually just, you know what I mean, ran across my mind. Can you imagine being in this position as a woman, and not only do you have to use your, maybe, let's say your last $100 to get a room to spend the night, and then not only do you have to go outside and jump in other strange men's cars and handle your business, sometimes you have to bring them back to where you lay your head at. So then, like, when they leave and everything like that, at the end of the night, that's where you rest your head, like, to get the peace and REM sleep and to go, you know what I mean, get your body right and attack the day tomorrow. That's a crazy environment, man. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. It's wild.
This one guy, he hit me up. He's like, "Are you able to, like?" I didn't know what scat play was until I had to Google it when he asked me to do it. Scat play? Who?
I ain't gonna lie. Even I had to look at. I was like, what the hell is? And then I just did the math. Like, I'm not the math. I just know what scat is. I think they say that with animals, things like that. Like, but scat is another term for yeah. I know there's Instagram models and things like that going to Dubai, getting a bag for the scat. Getting a bag for the scat play. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know there was women out here. I don't even know what her prices are or what their prices are. I hope she just said no. I'm gonna leave this alone. This is too much for me. This is too much.
For any family or friends that might be out there wondering how you're doing, is there anything you'd like to say?
I'm good. I'm alive. Shit, they can hit my line. But I do have a son, and I do see myself being more active in his life.
When he's not with you, who does he stay with?
My baby daddy's mom.
Okay, that's good. You in the game or formerly in the game?
I'll never leave the game.
How young were you when you got into this game?
9.
Sorry, I just thought that was so sad because that's another generation being affected. So her mother made her choices, which affected the previous generation and her generation. And now she had a child who's living with the father's mother. So that affected us 3 generations that are affected by one decision. If you guys don't look at it that way, you guys need to open your eyes a little more. That's 3 generations right there affected by one decision. That's insane.
9? Who got you in this game at 9?
Just watch it. Born in Los Angeles, California.
Did you grow up by Figueroa?
Yeah, I know about Figueroa.
Did you have any family members on the blade?
Cousins.
He said, I grew up by Fig, boy.
How old are you now?
34.
Now that you're older, more mature, is that kind of wild to think like that you were that young and put in those type of situations?
Yes, actually does.
So I hear all the time, pimps take 100% of the money. That to me sounds absolutely crazy. What's your take on that?
She only gonna do what you let her do to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever she go for, that's what it's gonna be. I mean, there's some that do that. There are some that run the program a little differently, you know.
So if people think, man, a pimp is just
that's true.
Do you agree with that, or do you think that's, or do you disagree with that?
It can be, but see, you got out there giving pimp a bad name.
Is pimping a lucrative business?
Very.
What's the most you've ever made in a month?
30.
It's like an investment banker's income. It's not bad, huh? Do you ever feel bad for some of the prostitutes out there?
Nope.
Actually, I do. That's what makes me shocked. Not these girls were.
Okay. I was surprised. I thought he was gonna be like every other pimp I've ever met or heard. Like, never. Like, she know what she did. She part of my program. Like, you know what I mean? They always say some weird shit. He said, actually, I do. I want to actually hear his reason why he does feel bad.
Prostitutes out there?
Actually, I do. That's what made me stop. Not these girls were raised wrong. They weren't loved how they were supposed to be. It took me a minute to realize, like, a life comes out of that.
You know, the whole baby comes out of that. That's crazy. Like, is the root of all evil. It's what make the world go around. This is the best thing on earth. It'll make anybody do anything.
Have you ever had to hunt down a trick and collect money?
I ain't gonna lie. Let me know in the comments what you think about what he said, but I think that it's right to a certain extent. I definitely want to say I definitely believe women run the world. I wouldn't say what's between their legs run the world. I want to say women in general, because they have more to offer than just what's between their legs. And that's the reason they run the world, behind the scenes. But let's keep going.
A lot. On the scales of good and evil, where do you see yourself?
I see myself good.
What percentage of women out there do you think have been sexually abused or abused as a kid?
A lot.
What percent of pimps out there do you think have been abused as a kid?
A
See,
lot.
that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimp.
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I say that? Put some respect on my name. Put some respect on my name. Like, he finna run down the whole drill. Like, he gonna say the boyfriend pimp, the chili bowl. He gonna say the whole thing. Watch. Didn't I say that? Man, hold on, let's go back. I knew. Man, look, I knew.
Sexually abused or abused.
I go crazy on this thing, man.
What percent of pimps out there have been abused as a kid?
See, that's what I'm saying about this word pimp. You got boyfriend pimping, gorilla pimping, freak body pimping.
Oh,
What is a freak body pimp?
These dudes out here that don't care. They'll pimp a tranny. They'll pimp a gay dude.
I never even heard of that. That's new. I never even heard of that. Okay.
Like, this shit is illegal, flat on the motherfucking way. But I guess if it make you money, hey, but I ain't gonna be selling a boy pussy. That's out of pocket.
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day I'm in danger.
So let me find out the pimps have morals in certain fashion. Okay.
That's out of pocket.
Have you ever been in danger doing this job?
Every day I'm in danger. 144 years.
Have you gotten 44 years?
You know, another one that got 422 years.
Yep. But like I said, this is a very dangerous career for people to do. Not people, just the pimps. The prostitutes or the sex workers, they don't really get the time like that. But now they implemented the sex trafficking laws. So they don't charge pimps for pimping and pandering like that anymore. Back in the day, I had an associate that I did know of who got charged for pimping and pandering. He beat the case. Good for him. But the first deal they offered him was 25 years. And then they said if he took it to trial, they're going to try to give him 90. And that was horrible. I knew another young person misled, thought it was cool, thought it was easier than selling drugs. They gave him, I want to say 95 years. And he was only 22 years old. And that was a shame. Like I said, these are people I've come across in my workings of, you know what I'm saying, in my inner workings of, you know, this channel and news media. And like I said, it's just never good to see anybody get that amount of time before they even lived, you know. But sometimes you got to stand on your choices and your decisions, you know. But here we are.
420 years?
Yeah.
After Steve mentioned that he knew of pimps that got 144 a year, 420 year sentences, I was curious to know the legal ramifications for each of the characters in the story. Pimps, prostitutes, and Johns.
Oh,
it turns out...
Hold on. Let me see if he actually proves my whole thing. Like I just said, let me see.
Depends on the state. But let's take California, for example. For a first-time offender, if someone pimping an adult, they typically get a sentence of 3 to 6 years. But a really bad pimp who's involved in sex trafficking and more may get a few decades in prison, like this Milwaukee pimp did recently. For the women caught soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this,
and I'm in agreement with that, because these are women, like I said, sisters, aunts, mothers. They should get the help they need, because, like I said, 9 times out of 10 they were abused, or they just got some bad information from the actual pimp or whatever. Like, you know, so I feel like they shouldn't be penalized. Pause for, you know what I mean, just working, I guess. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments what you think. But I already said my spiel about it, so let's see what they said.
Sex trafficking and more may get a few decades in prison, like this Milwaukee pimp did recently. For the women caught soliciting sex, most states agree that it is better to help the women than heavily punish her. Because of this, prostitution is typically a misdemeanor, and instead women are steered towards programs like probation, mandatory AIDS testing, and community service. And now for the Johns. Let's take Illinois, for example. Cook County Sheriff Tom Dart noticed a discrepancy in the Department of Justice statistics. In 2010, 43,000 women were arrested for prostitution, and only 19,000 Johns were arrested for soliciting it. He decided he wanted...
Okay, it was a little lopsided in your area. That seems crazy.
To go after the Johns, soliciting sex, and launch his National John Suppression Program. When the Johns are caught, they're given a ticket and a fine, and the money from their fine goes to support counseling and job programs for the Women's Justice Program.
Man, that's lit, man. I like the fact they said that right there. They said, okay, that's lit. They're actually trying to help the women in this situation. That's lit.
A program that supports the sex workers the police catch to steer them into a better future.
Imagine a mother selling you 422 years in the Department of Corrections.
That's insane.
All because of a stinking ass bitch.
I learned a lot. You ready final thoughts?
She said, all because of a stinking ass.
You don't put anything in it, don't expect shit out of it. Straight up.
That's facts. You gotta respect that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because this is a very dangerous occupation to want to go ahead and try to have.
The families worry about them and think, every day that shit on these streets is going to be okay. But you never know. I mean, there's so many girls that came up.
There's a lot of girls that are missing right now.
They're missing. They found girls that the tricks took them and raped them and left them in the alley. There's a girl that they found over here on Northern too, and they found her in a suitcase.
In a suitcase.
And a suitcase chopped up.
That's the worst part.
Damn, man. That's somebody's baby out there. They said they found that woman in a suitcase. That's no bueno.
Like, they don't have to walk the blade. I think that's the cheapest horn you can ever do. Internet, cool. That's more.
Internet's the worst.
What? That gets dangerous too.
No,
You can have somebody lying to you about who the fuck they are.
Yeah.
Cam it up. You can get through it, just cam it up.
They used to have where get on the internet and do just phone. You don't have to touch nobody, go see nobody. I think that's the safest way.
Yeah, but that was back in the 90s when we didn't have social media like that, and we graduated as a species. I want to say as a human species, where it's like now just looking at things don't hit the same. Now, people want to be more interactive. So yeah, that phone sex thing is over with. Remember old school party line though in high school? Remember old school party line? What?
I don't know what we're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's the number one fear. What's going on right now? These women are ruining themselves. Syphilis, gonorrhea. Like these women are catching. And by the grace of God.
Girls do take care of themselves. You got some girls walking out here like down, like they look like high class prostitutes. Like their shit don't stink.
What's the percentage of them that are not going to doctors, getting checkups, and it's high?
Stay at the doctors.
For those that do take care of themselves, kudos, respect to you. Handle your scandal. But the ones that ain't, you need to get it together.
That's their lack of love. They don't have that person to teach them that shit.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, the ones that don't try.
This whole thing is so out of my my realm of my scope of understanding. Like, you know what I mean? Like I didn't even think about that. I mean, it makes sense though. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you have sex with multiple partners, you should be at the doctor's. But they're just saying there's women out there that don't go to the doctor, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about that. Like, I mean, that makes sense. If you're having multiple partners, stay at the doctor. Like, that makes sense. This is crazy.
Are the ones that go out and have sex for like $20, $30, girl, you're really cheating yourself.
Wait, they got the box out there for the 20-30 piece? Yeah, like I said, I don't know nothing about this game. Let me know in the comments if you knew there was box out there on the blade going for 20-30. Like, we gotta do better, because I'm scared of some $20-$30 box. Like, for real, I'm scared of that. Like, I wouldn't touch that with your situation. You feel me? Your situation or your situation. Like, nope.
Baby, come out of there. That shit is priceless. At the end of the night, they're gonna pay for it.
One pimp told me one time, because he wanted me to work for him, he told me, girl, you sitting on $1,000 right now. I was like, what the f*** are you talking about?
It says men in the Bible, quote unquote, men were made from dirt. We came from dust, dirt, where we will return back to dust, dirt. Women were handcrafted. And then they said that we shall not lust. I can't help it. Shit, look what you made.
Do you guys think that
that has got to be the most ignorant play on words I done heard, but it makes sense, because have you seen women? Women just by themselves are a beautiful thing to behold, to look at. So I believe him when he says that. It's just funny, look, because women are beautiful. Like, if you see a beautiful woman, you could admire the beauty. But nothing in my head says, hey, let me start pimping. Like, no. I just go, oh, she cool. Keep it moving. Like, I don't know. Let me know how y'all feel.
Work should be legal, that there should be brothels where women can work at.
Yes, I feel like it'd be a lot more safer.
Yes, it would.
Agreed.
Most of these women wouldn't be getting killed out here. A majority of the that's out here is coming from prostitutes getting killed.
Because this job involves women getting into cars or motel rooms with men they've never met, this profession carries a great deal of risk. Sex workers are some of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years.
That's big facts. Because a lot of people like to be misinformed or misappropriate the fact that serial killers under the cover or the guise of being Johns or tricks like that got to operate with impunity in a lot of metropolitan areas for a long time back in the 80s to now. Like, if you unalive anybody who is not considered worthy or valuable, like a sex worker or an African American or a Latina or maybe somebody poor in the projects, like it's not going to be looked into as much or in depth. Like, so that's why a lot of serial killers used to operate, like I said, under the cover of the guise of I'm a John or whatever, and then they would do what they do, and it went around for decades. But let's just see what he's talking about. I know in California we just arrested I can't remember his name, but he's on trial now, I want to say, for the a serial killer in the Bay Area from the 80s, and we just recently caught him because of DNA. I want to say the 90s, actually. But he was recently caught for DNA, and I want to say he's alleged to have unalived over 20 to 30 people, women, all women. So, like, we need to go ahead and step up as a society and start protecting our children and our women for sure.
Have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the
you said
profession,
50? 50?
One of the most common targets for killers. Take, for example, the Chicago Strangler, where 50 women over the last 20 years have been killed, and almost all of them sex workers. When you mix the social stigma of the profession and police forces overwhelmed by cases, the result is many of these killings go unsolved, and the predators out there are aware of this.
A lot of these women are also hoeing for their addiction, just to stay high.
How much has fentanyl changed the game in hoeing?
Oh man, fentanyl fucked that game up. By far the worst drug that ever hit America.
Look, I don't have too much to say about the blues or the fent, whatever. I'm gonna say one thing and one thing only. If El Chapo, one of the biggest drug dealers of our time, said, "Let's stop using this, it's too dangerous," I think you should probably heed that warning.
So I've been 18 months clean off of them, man. Let me tell you, by far that was the best feeling, the best choice I ever made in my life was to stop.
So he said he's been off fent for 18 months, and he said that was the best choice he ever made. Well, good for you for kicking the addiction. I don't know. I come from a generation where it was like, if somebody tell me some shit, like, okay, somebody's talking about some weed, right? You're like, oh yeah, man, this is the stickiest of the icky. Like, you gonna be lit. Hell yeah, I want to go. I'm gonna go be like, oh yeah, who's your plug? Let me call somebody. Is it the dispensary? Where do I get that strength? If I hear, bro, it's the best feeling in the world. People are dying though, but hey, it go crazy. I'm like, stop. Bring that back. You say people are dying? I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why. I'm not a drug, I'm not a drug addict, so I don't understand. But like, if I hear people are dying, it makes me want to go the opposite direction, not the run to it. You know what I'm talking about? But, all right.
I'll with that.
What can you say about the power of fentanyl?
It's terrible. I wish I was never introduced to it. I was smoking like 100 pills a day.
What percent of the...
I thought people was dying off this shit. I don't want nothing to happen to her. I'm just saying, I thought people was dying. You're smoking 100 pills. Like, okay.
Women out there you think are addicted to drugs in some way?
2% don't do drugs.
I say let them do it just to cope with what they're doing.
What we have to go through, yeah.
That makes sense. Man, that makes sense, man. Just me personally, like if it was my job to have sex with as many women as I could, like to make money during the day, I'm probably gonna want to get inebriated or messed up too to deal with that. Like, Like, you know what I mean? Like, you look at porn stars and things. I don't think they look at sex the same. Like, I don't even understand how they have relationships with people. Like, but yeah, it makes sense though.
Talk with a customer, like this is kind of a fun part of the job, or is it never fun?
Yeah, sometimes there's like good customers.
Have you ever been petitioned by a cop for sex?
Oh yeah.
You need a cop car?
Hell yeah, in uniform, right here on the Bible, on my child's life.
Are they good customers?
Yes.
You be the best one.
Oh God.
Did you like cop customers?
No.
Why not?
They can switch up at any moment. You never know.
Girl told me too that she
Hey, you know what? That's some real shit because who's to say that a cop won't sit there and say, hey, let's go ahead and get this out the way. And then you go and she goes and handles her business, whatever. And he says, I don't want to pay. So you're going to jail for prostitution. Like, who's to say that doesn't happen? Like, you know, it's a slippery slope in every scenario I've seen so far. This is wild.
She had a cop. He would be her regular, and she would go attend to him. And when she told him she didn't want to do that no more.
Hey, you ever notice the phrases they use, the terminology? Attend to him, service him. What do they say? They say acquiesce to his needs. They say the most crazy things besides saying the acts.
He gets upset. No, you want to change.
Oh, hold on. Let's go. Let's end the story.
She had a cop. He would be her regular, and she would go attend to him. And when she told him she didn't want to do that no more,
He gets upset. No, you want to change the rules and
he
you be
in
like,
jail.
"F*** you, bitch."
He tried to put her in jail and stuff.
All right, guys, we'll stay safe, okay?
All right,
Have a good night, okay? There you go. Stay safe. All right, folks, that's been an inside look into this world of pimping, prostitution, the people behind it, the stories behind it, and I hope you learned a lot, because I sure did. The mission of this channel is always bring you the rawest and the real shit of what actually goes down here on planet Earth. Mainstream media is never going to show you this, but I will. And a shirt that we've launched, don't believe the lie.
Okay. That's gonna be the end of that one. I'm not gonna do any more reaction to that. Let me know in the hold on, man. Like, that's the end of that one, the Tommy G. Let me know in the comments if you want me to keep doing Tommy G reactions. I liked it. It was more informative than I thought, as somebody who's actually been around things, you know what I'm saying, as somebody who actually knows people in the lifestyle. I thought it was informative because even I learned some stuff, like, because I never really go hang out with these type of individuals. I just hear things. So when you actually hear somebody who's actually around it, in the thick of it, it's actually informative. I want to say that I hope all these women and even the pimps, like, I hope you guys get some common sense, maybe some Jesus, and maybe pick a different occupation. But yeah, after that, man, that's just it for me. So it's into the G.